All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right. All right, today is Friday, July 2nd, 2021. And we're going to be looking at some crypto and some stocks today. Um, all right, let's jump right into it. Hope everyone's having a good day when you're watching this. And let's check this out. All right. So first thing off, let's check out the watch list and see what's been moving, yeah, exactly, what's been moving pretty much. So yeah, let's go through this. I'm not seeing anything big. Cardano's up 2%. Atom is up almost 3%, 2.7%. The Bitcoin shorts are up almost 3%. I think I talked about this in my last stream. This thing's been pretty volatile. That thing looks pretty volatile right there. Let's see, what else do we got? ICP is down another 5%. This thing's been trending down hardcore. I knew this was a bad idea. Basically anytime that a coin gets listed, or I think this pretty stocks too, pretty much. That's how Coinbase was. It's just like just totally got wrecked. Imagine like up here, you know what I mean? It was at $636 for one coin. Wow, that's when it like went parabolic to the downside, pretty much. That's crazy. Internet computer. All right, let's see. So we're still looking at what's been moving a lot today. Engine's down about 3.6%. Let's take a look at that. This has been trending down pretty much in general too. I wonder if I should take profits on that one. I have a position right there that's open. I'm actually just accumulating in general though. We have like some sort of like double bottom on Engine too. So let's see if this bottom line can keep holding support right there. In general though, it is in a downtrend. So, but yeah, these green ones are my positions that I've dollar cost averaged in. Let's see, what else do we got? But let's see, let's take a look at this engine a little bit more. So we have that bottom trend line, and then it honestly looks like we're about to either go up or down. And I think that's pretty much what everyone is thinking is, are we going to go up or down right now? Because we're really, I think even on the total crypto market cap, we could go to the total crypto market cap after this. But it seems like we have like some support going on, and then we have like this downtrend going on in general. Let's take a look at the total crypto market cap real quick. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. I guess let's take a look at Cardano too. I guess Cardano to US dollar is up pretty good. Let's do it on Tether though, and on the Binance chart. So we're looking at pretty much this is pretty much what I'm looking at is this downtrend right here. And it looks like we broke out of this trend. We broke this trend line right there. I don't know right now if we're just going to get a big move to the upside yet, or what's going to happen. It seems in general maybe we should look at Bitcoin too, but like this one has a nice little pump today, and we are trending on this little uptrend still on this trend line right here. We're still riding this uptrend. However, it does look like we're getting some resistance right here. But like I said, we're still on this uptrend, and let me go to I think we might want to be looking at the smaller time frame though, honestly, because that's probably where we're going to be getting our little trades right now. We're probably going to be buying at what I'm thinking when we say we, I'm talking about me, but I'm thinking maybe I should do smaller time frames, watch for previous resistance or previous support levels, and then try to buy those levels, and then when they get pumps, then take the profits, because we're still in this like downtrend, you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I was kind of trying to get ideas for what other people were thinking, and I don't know, it seems like a lot of other people are being bearish in general. So let's kind of see. We have this trend right here though that we are, I guess, testing. Right now we have this little downtrend going something like this. Now that we look at it on the smaller time frame, we have this top right here and this top right here. So we are starting to go down, although we're breaking this line too. We're going to have to wait and see though. Cardano, let's see. Let's go to the 4 hour. See, that's why I like being on like the 4 hour. You can see these bodies a little bit better. Even this one, it dipped below it for a second and then it just bounced. That's where we got that big. That's where we got this movement that we've been getting today. So, let's go to the total crypto market cap and see if we can get another better idea. Kind of bouncing around, but it's all good. Let's see. I need to I want to keep track of time. I want to kind of maybe try to focus a little bit. Okay, so with the total crypto market cap, let's see what we got going on here. It seems like there is, or was, this downtrend like this. And we're talking about smaller time frames, so maybe we should even go into this hourly time frame. Something like this. So we had resistance, and then we broke this trend line right here. We had support right here, we had support right here, we had support right here. Now, I'm not sure how long this pump is going to last or what we could really target to. It seems like we probably have resistance right here, which we're getting really close to. So let's draw a trend line right here. If we can... Let's get rid of this one. So, because we did break this one, so we are kind of like on an uptrend. So that's been kind of established. But we are kind of, it seems like we have like a resistance level right here, pretty much. That's what I think. So let's go into the 5-minute time frame and see. Okay, so here's where I start to use like the 5-minute time frame. So the hourly time frame, you can't really get a nice little, you can't really get a good trend. You could put it something like this, but you can't really see much. Hey, what's up? And so for right now, I can't really see much on these bodies, so I would go into the 5-minute time frame. This is just what I like to do. And so like right here, you can get a more detailed view of what's going on with the price. So we can basically get this bottom, like basically draw the bottoms pretty much, and now we have a trend line on the 5-minute time frame, which isn't significant, but it still is a trend line. And once you break the trend line, it's like a signal to possibly take profits. So yeah, and then also you can see the 5-minute time frame. We broke above this moving average, and it's been bouncing on that. Hey, and let me know. Okay, so you need the info. Let me get you the link for that video. It's tradingview.com. But I have a video that will kind of help you with it just have some of the basics, and it's also the ways to make. I'm getting the link. 1 second. It's also, here's the link. There you go. So that video it's tradingview.com, number 1. That's how you can follow along with these videos and stream. And maybe I should start by that. Maybe I should just go to the website when I start these streams, tradingview.com. Let's follow along, you know what I mean? And then maybe I should post this video, and you can make your screen look like this if you want to, like the dark view, and then I change the line from the lines to the candles, and that video pretty much breaks it all down. So yeah, but yeah, so right now in the smaller time frame, we are on an uptrend, but it looks like we're coming into some resistance. So yeah, we might want to, this might be like I don't know if you short or not. I don't really ever short. I'll take profits if I, like, let's say I bought down here and then we break this trend line right here. I'll take profits, but I don't usually put in shorts because I don't know, to me it's just dangerous and I don't feel that comfortable. I'm more conservative, and I honestly, like, as you can see, some of my videos I don't get 100% correct. So yeah, I don't like shorting. I don't like short on leverage is what I'm saying. Or I also, like, let's say I buy up here and the prices goes down and we're going to break a trend line and we're about to go to the downside, I think. I won't even short that really. I'll usually just wait for a limit order to buy back in down here, or try to dollar cost average to lower my dollar cost average pretty much. But yeah, so in general, let's look at Dogecoin. I think, okay, so like like I was saying, in general, in this total crypto, in general in crypto, we're in an uptrend, but we're testing this line right here, and we're about to come into this resistance that we've been seeing right here and right here. And if we go into like the 1 hour time frame, this will look like a smaller little pattern, but and even the 1 hour is kind of a small time frame anyway. So like by the time you see this in a day or two, if you're seeing this later, if you're not seeing it live, this is gonna be totally gone. So yeah, but yeah, as far as right now, we are still trending up and about to test this trend line or test this support resistance line. We're about to test this support line or about to test this resistance line. Either way, we're coming into this little triangle-ish pattern. It's maybe a rising something, which is kind of bearish a little bit. Let's go to Dogecoin though. I'm kind of interested to see this. I haven't really looked at the chart today. This is on Coinbase, so we're probably going to want to go to the Bittrex one, which is a little longer, which has a little longer time frame. See, and I don't really like the 5-minute on Dogecoin necessarily. Let's go to like the hourly or maybe even the 4-hour. I've been watching the 4-hour a lot, I think, on Dogecoin. It's the 180 moving average that I've been really paying attention to. I'm watching this for resistance basically. So yeah, Dogecoin has been really faking me out, honestly. It's been pretty funny. Let me think. Let me try to redraw what I had previously, because it was something like, it looked pretty obvious. Like it was like this trend line going up like this, and then we had resistance going down like that, and it was just like this smaller time frame. I mean, not the smaller time frame, but the smaller time period. And we got a breakdown right here, and we actually broke the 4-hour moving average right here. And as you can see though, we haven't broken, we have kind of spiked above it. We've spiked above it, but we haven't really, I guess right here we broke above it, and see, we broke above it, but we got a red candle right after it back below it. So I guess, and this is kind of goes back to my moving averages. Like this is kind of like how I look at stocks and stuff like that, or crypto. If we're below the moving average, then we're kind of in a bear market, or bearish, I guess you can say. And then if we're on top of it, then we're more bullish. We can be more bullish. It's more comfortable to be bullish, should I say? Or we're looking for this moving average to give us some support and bounce on it, as opposed to come up to it and get that resistance. You know what I mean? So like right here, we're getting like resistance, and over here we're getting support when we're above it, right? And then I don't know, sometimes it'll break in and out of it, and that's when you have to move to the higher time frames. And that's, I talk about this a lot, depending on how new or not you are to this channel. But yeah, let's go to the daily time frame. I'm on the daily time frame right now, and we've had a huge downtrend in general. We broke above this moving average right here. Let's let's delete those trend lines and kind of just focus on the moving average right now. Let's even delete this trend line. We could even delete these horizontal lines. These are basically my positions on Robinhood, where I have bought positions and they basically didn't work out. So I bought right here and it didn't go up. So I just held on to it. Basically every green part right here is where I pretty much didn't get it perfectly, but I did small positions, used risk management. So they're not big positions and I'm fine with them. I'm fine with accumulating Dogecoin at all these different levels. And once we go back up, then it'll be fine. But even if we don't, I mean, I think we will go back up in general. But I'm saying that's why I buy at different levels. Like I didn't put all my money on this level because I want to buy at this level per se, and maybe even this level per se, so I can make profits, even just in these volatile moves. You know what I mean? Because from right here to right here was a nice little swing. You know what I mean? How much was that? Which percent? I got like, I think I bought down here or something. I think I bought like right here, from that to like somewhere where it broke down, like somewhere right there, like a good 20% or something like that. So it just depends. That's just my strategy. I'm sure, I don't know, there's probably better ways to do it. I bet if you just put all your money in on the best spot possible and you know exactly where to sell it, then that's like the best way to do it. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out too. I have a lot to learn. But I think these moving averages, let me get rid of, okay, so now that I explained these green lines, these orange lines are previous support levels, and I talk about that all the time in my videos. These are actually my limit orders that I have set right now that I'm waiting to buy. I've had this one at .155 for a while. We wicked down over here, but I'm starting to rethink this. Well, I don't know. We're in a downtrend, so let's just hold on to that thought. Let's just keep them there, and we'll see if we could get to .155 and .177. I'm not sure. We have this 180 moving average right here. It's starting to come up above those levels, so maybe that'll give us some support, and we won't even touch those levels. But yeah, we're kind of in an interesting time right now. It seems like everyone, like there's the crypto market is there's a lot of people into crypto, but at the same time, like we're in a big downtrend, and maybe like the smart move, like a lot of the big money is selling or something like that. But in general, I think in the long term, I think I'm bullish on crypto, so I'm not really too worried about this. Even if we got a bear market or something and we kept trending down, I think I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna keep dollar cost averaging, putting these small positions that I don't mind investing into Dogecoin with, or Bitcoin, or Ethereum, or Cardano. I think those are my top 4 right now, honestly. And then Polkadot actually got listed on Coinbase as well. I put a position on there as well. So is there anything you guys want me to look at? Let me know in the comments if you're watching this later, and we can look at other stuff as well. All right, so we went through Dogecoin. Let's actually look at Dogecoin to Bitcoin real quick. So yeah, I was looking at this big kind of triangle pattern we have. It's like this kind of sideways triangle. I mean, okay, so it's not really a perfect triangle per se yet, but we have resistance right here, resistance right here. That gives us this downtrend like that, in my opinion. And then we have support right here, and we have some support right here. That gives us this support level, or support, this trend line pretty much right there. And then we can kind of go deeper within the pattern, and we have this kind of downtrend going something like this. Every time we come up to this trend line right here, we're getting rejection. So yeah, we found support right here, came up right here, and now we're getting that rejection again. So basically, in the shorter time frame, I guess you can say Dogecoin is trending down to Bitcoin. We had this little spike from here to here, and I think that's that little 20% 24%, some jump, whatever that I was talking about. And yeah, we actually did break above this daily moving average though. We actually, well, so we broke above it, we stayed above it for a little bit, and now we're breaking below it, but we're not really breaking it hard either. We're actually, let me get rid of this trend line. We're actually right below it, and we're testing it right now. We're trying to get back into it. So I don't know. I'm curious. Like, it seems like it wants to get back above it. Is what I mean. Like it broke below it, and now it's like, okay, we're above it. I don't know. Who knows? I think we're gonna have to see what happens with Bitcoin in general. But at the same time, remember when we were over here, Dogecoin wasn't caring what Bitcoin was doing at this level right here. In fact, it was completely owning Bitcoin. You know what I mean? So when people say like it's like Bitcoin, it's all about Bitcoin. Well, I mean, I guess this was altcoin season too, which I guess maybe we can segue into, let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, because right here, maybe Bitcoin was like, for this whole thing right here, I think Bitcoin was in a big downtrend. I mean, on the dominance chart is what I mean. And I think Bitcoin was kind of just trading sideways. You know what I mean? Sorry, I keep on saying that. I shouldn't say that so much. Let me look at the Bitcoin dominance chart real quick. We can kind of do some further investigation into what is going on here. Okay. So this is a smaller time frame though. Let's go to the 4-hour. I don't really love the way this pattern looks. It's okay. But okay, so we have like a little rising wedge here. You know what I mean? And we broke this trend line going down like this. So that's bearish for the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, and then we could also, let's take a, now that we established that we're kind of breaking a falling wedge, or rising wedge, should I say, which is bearish, right? Breaking this is bearish. We're probably looking at for support right here, or maybe even at the bottom. Like I said, or I think in general, what I like to look for is like previous support levels to look for in rising wedges, and then also in falling wedges. I like to look for those previous support zones for targets. So, but yeah, let's take a look at, okay, so now that we've established that we're kind of in a downtrend a little bit, we're actually, in my opinion, we're breaking this pattern to the downside, and we're heading to these support levels. That's what I think is going on. So let's delete these trend lines. We were in the daily time frame before. Let's go back to that. Okay, now we're in the daily time frame. And like I talk about the moving averages, right now we're below this daily 9 moving average. I'm kind of trying to think though, like, because like I say, sometimes it goes in and out of it, and that's if it's going in and out of it, then you're not really getting a clear indicator, basically. Like right here, we were below it. It was just breaking below it, and this was like a clear signal when we broke right here that we're maybe changing direction. So like right here we broke it, and we've been kind of going sideways and upwards, honestly, because if we look at the bottoms right here, we got this support right here, we got this support right here, and we're still looking at the Bitcoin dominance. If you just joined us, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart, basically how much Bitcoin is owning. And actually, whoa, look at this. Okay, so Bitcoin, this looks almost like a bear flag in the Bitcoin dominance chart, but there's also like a bear flag on the Bitcoin chart as well. You know what I mean? So like, this is interesting. What if Bitcoin is going down, which would be bad for me, honestly, because honestly, Bitcoin's like my number one holding in general, I think. That wouldn't be good. Well, I think Bitcoin's still I don't know. It's funny because I do the technical analysis, and then you guys also get my reaction, so it's like a double like thing. Usually I can do like the technical analysis and then just give it that to you and just cut everything else out. But so yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of have to wait and see what happens with this chart as well. This is very interesting though, because look at how we have this big downtrend, and then now we're getting some like consolidation. If we break this bottom trend line right here, this is going to be like another altcoin season, or I mean, I would think, right? Because this is just how much Bitcoin's dominating, not compared to the other coins, right? That's the way I understand it. When this is going down, we're getting an altcoin season. That's like what I understand it as. So I wonder if we break this trend line again, maybe we'll get another altcoin season? Huh. Or does it just mean that like Bitcoin... That's what I would think, right? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens when this breaks to the upside or to the downside. But right now, it looks like we're in like a little channel that we're bouncing in between this channel. And until we break one of these levels, I think we're kind of gonna, maybe we'll just go sideways. You know what I mean? Sorry, I keep saying that. Don't say that. Okay. So what do we look at? We looked at the total crypto market cap, right? Or no? Yeah, we did. So we're let's take a look at it now. We're looking at it in like a smaller time frame. We're looking at it like on the 5 minute earlier, and that was already like probably half an hour ago. Okay, exactly. So let's see what it's doing now. Yeah, see, it's testing this. So it broke down. It's breaking this downtrend. So basically, crypto in general might be headed for a little correction. Let's see what from right here to like right here or right here is, just for fun. So from right here to right here, we're looking at like 0.7%. From right here to right here is like 1.9%, almost 2%. So yeah, let's see what happens. That's interesting, kind of. We're breaking a trend line, basically. We were riding this uptrend 10 minutes ago. Now we're breaking it, but let's see how much we do break it. The volume on this chart's kind of weird, though. That's the only thing that's kind of... I don't really... The volume on this chart kind of... what am I looking for? Confuses me? Let me see. We're still on that 4 hour. We're still above the 4 hour. Let me know if you guys have any requests, guys. All right, so we're on Bitcoin right now. Let's check out Bitcoin. Let's do the technical analysis for the Bitcoin chart. Okay. Daily time frame. We are in this triangle pattern still. All right, let's move this downtrend like this. So we have resistance right here, we have resistance right here, and we have this trend line going something like this. People are talking about breaking this trend line going to the downside, and if it does, then that's going to be a big move to the downside. I would say if we do break this trend line right here, and we do get like a really big move, maybe we can like target right here, like at, let's do this horizontal line somewhere like right here. Let's do an orange one. For an orange you glad, I put in a limit order right here. Okay, orange you glad. So I mean 17,127, that might be a next support zone. It kind of comes in with this trend line right here. Like let's say it dips down right here, and then we get some support on this trend line. Maybe we can hold this support and start trending up on this trend line. It's funny because when you, well, that's not funny, but when you zoom it in, this trend line looks kind of steep, but then when you start zooming it, or when you zoom it out, I mean, but when you zoom it in, this trend line looks like it's kind of almost like sideways action. You know what I mean? Like that looks like sideways more than anything. But then you zoom it in like this and it's like, whoa, that's actually a pretty good movement right there. All right, so what is next? What should we look at? I really think that on Bitcoin, though, we have this resistance right here. And if we break that, then this next trend line, or this next, well, I don't, there's also this little there's also this little support right here, but I don't know if that'll do anything. So basically I'm saying maybe if we do break this trend line, we have some support right here at around 17K, possibly. That's what I would probably be looking at. That'd probably be my next, these would probably be my next limit order levels. Maybe one right there, maybe one right here. At around, what is this, 23,000, somewhere around there. Because we have, if we go deeper into the chart, we can see we have these little, we had like a little flag pattern right here kind of thing. We got some support right here. I don't know if that'll necessarily hold support, but yeah, once we break down, then we can kind of hold off on, once we break this trend line, I think that's when we look for the next levels of support, in my opinion. Or you can short it and get risky. You know what I mean? You can short it probably right here and probably get risky. And who knows if it's going to keep going down or not, though. That's the problem. It might wick up right here. We've gotten wicks. We got a wick right here. We got wicks right here, right here, right here. That's where that orange line comes in too. This orange line right here, 29,191. We got a wick. Well, it's approximately there, right? This is the wick right there, 28,805. It wicked down right there. Boom. This is on Coinbase. So something to look at. Hopefully we don't break down. I mean, hopefully this is actually, I don't even care, honestly, because if we go down, that's cheaper Bitcoin to buy, if you think about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, in the short term, your portfolio is probably getting wrecked. Mine is too. But if we dollar cost average, or if I do, this is what I'm talking to myself, I guess. If I dollar cost average, this is my logic, my strategy. If I dollar cost average down here, because I was buying up here, then that's going to lower my average. As in, when I bought over here, then if I buy more down here, it's going to lower this position down to like, it's going to, I don't know, it takes more money to lower your position, but still, at least you're averaging to the downside and you're getting that nice good price in. Or you can just, another kind of strategy that I've been kind of doing is having separate positions. So I bought right here, and then I'll buy right here, and then I'll buy right here, and they all have nothing to do with each other. If the price comes up right here, I can sell only this bottom position and take that profits. And now I can reevaluate what's going to happen and look for a different pattern and then buy a trend line or something like that and try to repeat the process. You know what I mean? So that's kind of one of the strategies I've been doing, is just basically investing in only stuff you really like. Like for me, it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Dogecoin. And then just putting these levels at different spots in the chart. And then just taking profits when you can and looking for good opportunities when you can. And if there's like a jump off the cliff, then take some profits if you have good positions. You know what I mean? If you have like a good position right here and we're about to jump off a cliff, then take that position. You know what I mean? Take that position, take that profit. But yeah, I don't know. This kind of looks like a head and shoulders, but not really at the same time, right? Like, I would think that the head needs to be more spiky, but it is kind of like a reversal too, like where you get this like this we get a higher high and then a higher high and then a lower high, pretty much something like that. I guess what we really need to do is break this level right here and then keep moving on. But yeah, who knows if we're still in a bull run or not. That's the big question, I guess. are we still in this bull run? One person that I look at was watching the the exponential moving average ribbon. This one. And like I talked about in that trading view tutorial, I told you how to put this on the chart and how to look at this. But when we break, well, basically when we're same thing as the moving average, kind of what I do with my moving averages. When we're above this, then we're bullish. When we break below it, that's when we start getting signals that we're getting bearish. We broke below it right here, and ever since then we got sideways and we got downside. You know what I mean? So we're really looking to break above it. I think what we want to do is break above it and then also get a bounce on it, and then that's like our confirmation. And then from there we get support on it. So like we get support. We dipped down to the red line, but we got that support and we kept going. Got down to like the middle of it. Support. Didn't hold that red line. That was the key. We didn't hold the red line right there, and we broke below it. And ever since then, that's when, I guess that would have been the, like if you would have been non-emotional about Bitcoin, this might have been a good sell signal. And same with this one right here. I think this was one of the, like if we go to the Ethereum charts, I think if we go to the Ethereum and like Cardano maybe chart, I think this one of these ones is when I actually did take a lot of profits on Cardano and Ethereum. And then I actually was able to buy back more Bitcoin, more Ethereum, and Cardano. So yeah, I know. And at these levels too, I was really like, I was trying to call these sell signals. You know what I mean? I keep on saying that. And I actually did on Cardano and Ethereum just because I was like, whatever, play it safe. At the same time, though, I had missed so many opportunities with Ethereum. Ethereum kept on faking me out in the other direction where I thought it was going to go to the downside. I'd take profits, and then it would go to the upside, and I'd have to buy back at a higher price. And let's take a look at Ethereum, I guess. And going with that same kind of moving average, exponential moving average theory, you can see that we were riding this exponential moving average all the way, and then right here we broke below it. I haven't been using this ribbon per se as much as I was for a while, but I mean, if you look at it right here, we broke below it right here, and ever since then, sideways, downwards. You know what I mean? Although it would have been better to get an indicator up here, and I bet if you go to like the exactly, see if we go to the 9 moving average, and right, okay, so the ribbon, that kind of gives you confirmation right here that we're in a bear trend right here, but it doesn't really tell you where to sell up here. You know what I mean? That's where this 9 moving average comes in. We broke below it right here. Like, let's say even you were like, okay, we broke below it. Okay, let's sell right here. We're definitely breaking below it. Like, there's that big downtrend. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Or at least get cautious. That's what I kind of do. And then we take the profits, and then we start, if it starts running back to the upside, what I do is be more cautious about it. That it's a fake out. So I'll do those smaller positions. You know what I mean? Those smaller green positions. Oh, I keep saying that. I'll do those green positions, those smaller positions, and it'll be more like risk managed. Smaller positions, so I have money if it goes down to buy a lower level to try to basically stay in the game. So yeah, what are we at on time? We're like 40 minutes. Let's see, what else do we got? Did we look at Cardano? Is there anything else we want to look at? Let's take a look at AMC real quick. Oof. So with AMC, let's go to the moving averages. It looks like we're actually getting a break to the downside. I wonder where we're going to get some support. I wonder if I should do a video on this. People will hate me though. I don't know. I was looking at a triangle pattern, but it looks like we kind of broke it. Okay, so this is what I was looking at with AMC. It looks like we're kind of going to the downside right now. I'm wondering where we're going to get some support right now since we broke these trend lines. Okay, so we were in this triangle pattern like this, right? I'd been talking about that on my channel. We broke down right here. We didn't get a huge breakdown, but we did break this trend line. And ever since then, we're kind of going sideways. But I was looking at earlier today, and it looks like we broke this trend line. We had support right here, right here, and right here, and right here a little bit. Right here is where I was looking at it earlier, and we actually broke below it. So basically, I was looking at this kind of sideways triangle, and I guess if we break this, we're going to the downside. It looks like we're going something like this. Maybe do something like this. Target maybe around 42.23. That's interesting. There is this support right here at this level right there. Previous support right there and right there. If we're still in a bull trend, then maybe we'll get some support right there. That's interesting. What else do we got? Whew, I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick. Let me know if you guys have anything to look at. All right. Well, I guess let's take a look. Let's take a look at Tesla real quick. Take a look at the ARC stuff in Tesla, and then I'll give you guys back some time, as they say on Zoom meetings. So Tesla is looking like it's doing actually pretty good. Yeah, we have this triangle pattern. We had this triangle pattern going something like this. We had resistance right here. We had resistance right here. We had resistance right here. And it looks like we're breaking out to the upside right here. And yeah, I think in general, we're looking pretty decent on this chart. Let's do a target from here to here, or maybe even more conservative, maybe something from here to here. And then let's drag that to this breakout, something like this. And we're looking at something like the previous top. So maybe we'll come back to like the previous top at like 900, or maybe even break it at 918, something like that. All right, you want to look at Shiba? All right, I thought it was on, I saw it on Coinbase, but then it wasn't on Coinbase like later. So I was kind of curious what's going on with it. I was thinking about throwing like a buck on it or something. I was just throwing the smallest amount possible on it and just kind of, but I don't even know. So yeah, with Shiba, this is on Binance. So what would be the best place to look at this chart? Is Binance okay? I mean, it just looks like a small chart is what I'm saying. I'm wondering if there's like a longer chart. Or I'm wondering like what the best chart is, or what chart do you look at, or what chart would you want me to look at? So yeah, with Shiba, one second. right. So with Shiba, um, we're looking at a. I don't know. This chart's weird because I'm wondering about the volume on this too. Let's look at the volume because I don't know. It just feels like it's in a downtrend, and then like it was in this falling wedge, which is actually a bullish pattern, but when it broke out of it, it didn't really continue that uptrend. We got a small uptrend. Watch, let's see. Not we, but Shiba. This chart, should I say? I say we in like a. I say we as in like metaphor or something. But yeah, there was an uptrend right here, going something like this, and then it broke that uptrend, broke that uptrend right here to the downside. So you can kind of do a downtrend from there, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? It broke that trend right there, going to the upside, and then so pretty much every time. You know what though? Maybe this is a good thing to trade. Because look at how it's basically just going up and down. You know what I mean? If you buy at these. So maybe like the level to buy at is something like maybe where you put your limit order in is like at. What? How do you even. Like. 0 0 0 0 0 0. Basically like 620. The last three digits, 620. I don't even know. What are they? Because this is to tether. What do you call that? Like a Satoshi? It's like a. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And then 6, 5, 0. 5 zeros and then 6, 5, 0. So yeah. Do you guys do Newegg shuffle? You can if you're looking for a graphics card, you can go to Newegg Shuffle or Google it, and you can basically win a chance to buy a graphics card. So that's how I got my graphics card. I'm trying to get one for my brother. 1 second. I need to enter this thing real quick. Alright, cool. Actually, we don't want to do the 3090. That's expensive. Actually, I already... Not 3090s. Sorry, but yeah, so it's starting right now. I mean, you could every day you can win a chance. I mean, you could even win the thing and like sell it on eBay for probably like double the money, honestly. If it's just like a Nvidia graphics card, you can probably. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it's like you have to win it to like get it, cuz like you can just double your money right there, and it's like a G for the graphics card, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I got mine. I wouldn't say resell them, but like if you're looking for a graphics card, my brother's looking for one, so we're gonna try to get him one. All right, so I just entered that, but that's also another little come up. You know what I mean? If you're into investing, or even if you're into mining too, you could also get one for mining. All right, so Shiba. Let's kind of come back to here. We are on a uptrend right now on Shiba, but we're testing this trend line right now. It would have been better to buy down here and be in this position and wait to be testing this trend line than to be trying to buy right now and hoping that we're going to come up and break out here or something like that. But I think also we have, and this is pretty much like I've been saying in the whole thing, like I said earlier too, we have resistance, like on the total crypto market cap is what I'm talking about. we're close to like breaking out. I think if we could break out of this trend line right here, this one, then maybe it'll actually retrace to something. And let's delete everything and do a Fibonacci retracement just for fun. I don't know if this is actually going to do it, so don't like quote me on this, but I mean, let's say we do a Fibonacci retracement, get the Fibonacci retracement tool, get the top of the run, click there, drag it to the top, or drag it to the bottom, basically drag it to the where we think the bottom is, which is basically right here at this bottom right here. I think that's like the bottom. Let's zoom in and kind of see more. Now I don't know if this is gonna happen because I don't know if the fundamentals are behind Shiba. That's the only problem. There is hype. There is a little bit of hype. It's like TikTok hype mostly, but like maybe YouTube hype too. But I don't know. Probably more TikTok than anything. And I think it's kind of died down lately. I haven't really been seeing as much stuff like that lately. I haven't really been seeing a lot of investing stuff on TikTok. Maybe because I don't know. Yeah, so we have this downtrend like this. If we could break out of this trend line, maybe we can retrace to some of these retracement levels. So like the 50% is one that I like to watch, and that's up here at 2,776 up here, right here. But you could also watch like this red one and this yellow one right here, the 38% level and the 23% level. Dang, Dogecoin got wrecked though. Like, a lot of coins have though. Let's be honest. I mean, from here to here, where we're at right now, that's 76%. That was fast. You know what I mean? That was fast. I never even played around with it, but like I was talking about, maybe down here at 0.0000 like 549 or whatever, 5 zeros and then 549, I think. Maybe something like that is where you'd want to be buying if you'd want to be buying. That's maybe a level. I don't even know if that will hold support, but maybe that will. I don't know. It looks like it has held support for now. Cool, thanks, man. Or person. I don't know. Prince Omar. How's it going, guys? Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and hopefully you guys have a good weekend. If there's any other crypto you guys want me to look at, or if you guys want me to go back and retouch on anything that I've talked about that you might have missed, let me know. Adam got a nice little bump today. That was the other one. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Thanks for the feedback though. I haven't been, I don't know, I've been kind of trying to find my groove on YouTube still. I haven't really found it yet, I don't think. Sometimes I get like these, like there's like ups and downs kind of thing where I'll get like this good little momentum and then it just kind of fades. And then sometimes I get a little burnt out, and then now dealing with like almost like a bear market slightly. We've been in like this bear market for past couple like days, you know what I mean? Just like couple weeks, I guess, right? How long has it been? Seems like, let's see, this is the weekly time frame. Like we've already been in this like little trend for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 weeks kind of. I mean, right here, these little green candles, that wasn't too bad, but we've been seeing a lot of red candles per se. It's just hard to kind of also, number one, I'm not a professional, so I still have a lot to learn. But what I'm saying though is like in these bear trends, I feel like it's harder to call what's going to happen. And even when you do get the bull signals and targets, like the bear trend overall, kind of messes them up and like messes up the target. So let's say I make a target at 44,000 or whatever, you know what I mean? And then we get a breakout, but we don't quite make it there, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, you weren't right because we didn't hit the target perfectly. But you know, when we break the trend lines, it's really about breaking the trend lines and getting that nice little pump. If you can see that we break the trend lines at the time and put in a small little order and then just ride that trend line or ride that little pump and then take that profit, I think that that's really more what it's about, my strategy in general. But at the same time, I'm investing in Bitcoin and Dogecoin and Ethereum and Cardano for the long term in general. So, yeah, I think for me, like I've been saying, just I just dollar cost average, put in small positions that I don't mind if they go down. You know what I mean? That I'm not gonna lose sleep over. That I'm not, I'm not putting money that I can't, like my food money or whatever. I'm not leveraging everything that I have, all my credit cards, and like maxing out leverage on all of my accounts on my broker account. You know what I mean? I don't even really care for leverage. If you like to do that, that's cool. But like, I'm just not comfortable with it. Like shorting and mostly, I what happened was, and I did pretty good. I was like, I'll try my hand at some leverage trading, and I actually like did good for a while. Like that's the thing, you do good for a while. Well, I did good for a while, and then I got wrecked, and it was like a matter of being kind of stubborn too, though. Like, and that's where where my inexperience kind of comes into play. Like as far as taking the loss when it starts to go down. So okay. I started doing leverage trading on Ethereum, maybe somewhere. Where was it? I can't remember. Maybe it was somewhere over here, but it was like, I like doubled my money like 3.5 times I think or something like that. And then what happened was I just put it in at the wrong time. I think maybe it was up here where I put in. I thought we were gonna get support maybe. I thought we were gonna get support like right here maybe or something like that, and it actually just went down and crashed down, and this is where I got liquidated. You know what I mean? The price went down and it just got liquidated. So I threw in, I think I threw in like $40 or something like that, or somewhere along this way up here, and I was doing really good by calling these patterns. I was like, oh cool, breakout, sweet pattern. We're getting to the targets perfectly. And then I think for some reason I thought it was gonna like leave me behind. I like FOMO'd or something, or I thought we were gonna get support at a certain level or something like that, and we just got completely like the price just went down, and it went down like kind of violently. You know what I mean? And that's where it can get you. That's where leverage can really kind of get you, can get me in, I think, or in general, you can get kind of, if you don't have stop losses, you should really be probably putting stop losses on the leverage trades. So if it does get to this level, it just automatically sells it for you. You just lose like 2% or whatever, instead of losing a whole position or a whole, that whole trade, those whole 4 or 5 trades that I made, whatever. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Even though no one asked for it. Just kidding. Yeah, hopefully you guys like these videos, and hopefully you guys kind of just seeing what I'm doing. That's basically what this channel is all about, is what I'm doing, my opinion on what I think is going on, and what I'm maybe planning on doing, or how I kind of try to tackle this whole game. You know what I mean? This investing thing that we're trying to do here. What's this? Atom on Coinbase. Let me see. It's kind of cool just doing technical analysis on stream, because I do a lot of technical analysis anyways. So if you guys are hanging out, that's pretty awesome. But the only thing is my neck starts to hurting and my voice starts to hurt, and like after like talking for like 2 hours, 2 hours is like hardcore. We're only at an hour right now. But like I want to keep going, but I just don't really know what else to cover. If you guys don't, let's see what else do we. Oh, we could do ARC. It's basically like Tesla, though. Seems like, I mean, it is. They do own a lot of their percentage. A lot of this percentage of ETF is Tesla, so it's basically the same thing. But like with Tesla, we had this huge run, and then we had this like kind of triangle flag. Actually, it's like a falling wedge, kind of. Now that I look at it, but it almost looks like a flag too. Like, I mean, well, no, I don't know if you could count this as like a flagpole. You know what I mean? If you zoom out to a time frame like this, maybe, and you kind of drag the time frame out, maybe this is going to do something like this. Either way, we're breaking that trend line right now. We had resistance, and this is the other thing that kind of makes me second guess what's going on in general, or I guess with this strategy, because I just don't know if I'm right on this, because we had this. It's almost like we have this trend lines going like this, and I talked about this in my last stream. Where my head kind of blows up when I think about this, but we have these downtrends like this, and like I was just talking about, if you see this trend line break, you can kind of ride that momentum, and then see that momentum that it's going to the upside, ride like maybe this trend line. And maybe I need to do a video. Maybe I should do a video like this. Maybe like this in general. We break the trend line. We do a trend. Okay, sorry. Restart. That's the beauty about doing the video recording, is I kind of stop. Sometimes I'll do bullet points too if I'm all over the place. I'll be like, this is totally hard to understand. Let me do some bullet points, and we can just talk about A, B, C, and D. You know what I mean? And then in the shorts, I'm like, just talk about A, or talk about A, B, and that's it. So we have this trend line going down like this. We break right here. Okay, so once we break right here, let's look for the uptrend. We go into maybe the smaller time frame. Something like this. We could do something like this, possibly. I like to give it a chance before it really breaks. I want to see some red candles before we really start breaking. We get some red candles right here. Maybe take that as a sell signal. Now we start looking for like a downtrend, or we kind of wait till something else plays out. But this in general got like a double top right there. So like we could have waited even for this. And then it came up, tried to like break this top right here. It got rejected. Sell pretty much right here. If this was crypto, it'd be easier to do this, because you can trade it as many times as you want. But on stocks, you only get so many trades per day or whatever. So yeah, that would have been the sell signal, because we broke that trend line going to the downside. Okay, and then let's just say, let's move to right now. We're on an uptrend right now, and the signal, we're waiting for a signal to sell. Basically, what we should have done is been watching this downtrend, and when this downtrend broke, buy right here, and then now we're watching this uptrend. When this uptrend breaks, which it looks like we're getting kind of close to, so let's say it breaks though, maybe we could give it a chance, because we have all right here. From here to here in profits, you know, maybe we can give it a little chance. Maybe it's not gonna keep going down, like it did over here. But let's say it comes up to try to retest this top right here, and it gets rejected. We start going down. That's your sell signal, pretty much. That would be a sell signal. So we can pretty much do a trend line like that. That would be the sell when we get like a double top. Basically, when we get that double top, then that's like, okay, we're getting rejected pretty much. We're going sideways or getting rejected, and we're breaking this trend line going to the downside. So And like I haven't been into the charts that much lately. I haven't really been as when Dogecoin is really taking off and doing all the thing. I was looking at every little 5 minute time frame and everything that I could to try to squeeze everything out of it. But now that we're going to the downside more, we're like trending down. I'm like looking at it less often. So, and on the bigger time frame kind of thing, because what I really want to do is break this big trend downwards. So after talking about all that stuff, you know what I mean? Like, let's go into the Dogecoin. Let's take away all the horizontal lines, which are basically my positions and potential limit orders. Let's do something like that. I like to. So the other cool thing about this trading view program is if you come over here to the layers, there's like a little layers button. Let me make sure you can see it. Down here, basically where behind the sub button down here, ow, my neck. You can click on that button and it shows you all your layers. So I can come in and you can do like, you can click on one, hold shift, and over here there's a little eye icon, and you can hide stuff or you can make stuff visible. So like this makes it useful if you want to like do your own kind of YouTube videos or whatever, like whatever, if you're trying to explain stuff, or if you're even just you want to clear stuff out but you don't want to delete it, you can come over here to this little trash can and hit the delete button, and it just deletes everything, but that's all your layers are gone now. So but you could also do Control Z and you can undo it, you know what I mean? So just some stuff about TradingView, and maybe that's another thing that I really want to get into, maybe is more how I use TradingView, and maybe I should do like a TradingView tip of the day or something like that, like, you know, TradingView tool or something cool about TradingView. But yeah, that's one thing that I kind of like about TradingView. This program is really awesome, or this web page, I guess you can say it is a program. And I think if you have like a graphics card, it makes it like flow better. I noticed that when I got my graphics card, like drawing on it is like so smooth. It's actually like a little too smooth. Like I remember before I used to get like a little like resistance in it, and it would make it like slower. Like it would slow down my mouse. Like right now it's just like butter, and it's like, so yeah, if you have like a graphics card, I think that might play into this, how this flows, or how it kind of like when you do like your frames per second kind of thing. I don't know how. I think I have it set to 30 frames per second on the stream, so it should be like, just, I don't know, it's probably blurry, but in general, I think if you have a graphics card, that'll also help you out on TradingView. Let's see, what else can we talk about, or what else can we look at? We still have some time if you guys want to hang out and talk about anything else. If not, let's see if any stocks got like big pumps or got wrecked at all today. It'd be cool once I get monetized. I don't know, maybe I'll start like other little things too. I wouldn't mind getting back into dividend stocks. I just to look at something else, because like if crypto is going to be in a bear trend, I don't want to be just looking at bear charts all day. That's kind of, it's like not fun. I mean, I don't know, it's not as fun as looking at something that has something good going on. But who knows to say if the stock market's going to be anything going on. Look at this craziness. Maybe we should like short the VOO. Do I don't know. Maybe not. But this is like, look at this chart right here. This is just crazy. This is the S&P 500, basically, the Vanguard S&P 500. And this chart just looks insane to me, like this huge rising wedge. You know what I mean? super, I don't know, I just see bearish written all over this. When we break this trend line going to the downside, ugh, I guess we could look at previous support levels, which would be, I mean, let's just draw them out real quick. We got one, maybe something like right here. Let's change it to orange. You glad I put in a limit order just so we can kind of, because I think color coding it, everyone, I mean, that's why I color code it too, so people, when you come back to my channel, you kind of know. Orange is for limit orders slash possible support levels. And so we have a support level right here because of these candles. And you guys understand where I'm getting these possible support levels from, right? We kind of come up, come down, find support, and then that's where I get my level from. So something like that. And I like to look for areas where we have multiple of those on the same line. You know what I mean? So something like right here. I'm never going to stop saying that. Dang. All right. So we have maybe one right here, something like that. And then we also have one maybe right here. And I don't know. I want to say right here, but not really. And then also down, I would say even, let's just watch these couple for, though we would want to watch these ones for now. But at the same time, like a falling wedge, you almost expect it to come down to maybe, I would say, like right here would look normal if it broke down. But look at this. Maybe it breaks to the upside though. In like a huge bull market, I noticed like on Bitcoin, when we have these rising wedges and it breaks to the upside, it just means the continuation of the bull market, and actually just means that we're continuing to be super bullish. So we would target from the top to the bottom of this channel or this wedge, something like that. I would be conservative and do it right here because we have touching points right here, we have a touching point right here, we have a touching point right here. You know what I mean? In this area, or at least on this trend line, is like we touched right here and we came up and touched right here and touched right here, meaning this little area right here is more valid in my opinion than right here where we kind of touched right here, but it's kind of looks, I don't know. This is just my opinion. This is just how I'm looking at it. You could look at it different. You know what I mean? And I get this line right here from this top right here and this top right here. You could also argue this one comes into play somehow too, but I don't know. That's the thing about technical analysis. Like, this is just my opinion. This is just how I see the chart. But yeah, so if we had this rising wedge, I guess it would start right here. Go right here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Boom, 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 boom. And then if we get a breakout to the upside, and I've already kind of targeted this before, I guess, but I probably went a little greedy and did from the back of it. Let's do from right here to here. Like I said, where we're actually making contact right there, and we're in between two contacts. That's kind of a good way to kind of look at it. We have one contact and then we're in between two contacts at the back of the channel or the wedge, and maybe drag that to the breakout. So we're treating it more like a channel than a wedge, I think, because that's how you target channels as well, like a channel that's more going just straight channel, not getting tighter at the top per se, because this is, so the wedge is one that goes tighter at the top. And if we get this target from there, drag that to the breakout. If we could break out to the upside, this is going to be huge though. I mean, if we break out to the upside, that's huge. And if we break out to the downside, it's going to be huge too, in my opinion. So from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top of this is only 14%. See, that's cute. That's the reason why I'm like, do I really want to get into stocks? I guess it's safer though, right? As you can say, that's safer. But let's say if we broke this trend line going down and we have this potential to come down to like this level real quick. I mean, look what happened in the past. We got previous, and let me come back to that. Let me just do this target real quick. let's say we went from here to here. That is like even not even including where we're at right now. Let's say we break the trend line. Let's say we count from where we break the trend line. We don't count this level right here where we're at right now, right here. We count where we break the trend line, maybe something like right there or something. From there to there is 23%. So 23% to 14%. I don't know. Seems kind of like in the middle, huh? So, I don't know. This is basically the whole market in general, though. It's what I'm talking about. The whole stock market. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at the whole stock market. You know how we were looking at the crypto market? Okay, so let's compare the crypto market to the stock market. We have this big channel testing this downside. If we go to the crypto market, but maybe the stock market and the crypto market aren't the same. That's the other thing I might have to like kind of wrap my head around. That the crypto market's more volatile. So look at the crypto market, and the crypto market does way bigger swings. It's like boom, boom. It's like these big old pyramids. You know what I mean? But we're still in that same like uptrend. And then when we broke this trend line right here, that's when we're trending down. You know what I mean? And we're kind of forming this falling wedge, something like that. So what I'm hoping for in general, I'm getting kind of tired, guys. I think I'm gonna kind of cut out real quick, but before I do, let's end on like this final note. I think what I'm hoping for is that we're in a falling wedge right here. Falling wedge, and we're gonna break this trend line, maybe something like right here. And then when we break that, that's when we can really start testing these moving averages, like the weekly moving average or the 4-hour 180 moving average right here. We have this 4-hour 180 moving average right there. We have a bunch. We have the 180 moving average on the daily time frame. That's going to be trouble. I've been really hammering this weekly 9 moving average right here, something like that. Yeah, so there's going to be, I think after we break that trend line, if we could break to the upside, if we break to the downside, I think we're in for a bear market, honestly. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Still, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying I know what's gonna happen. So yeah, if you're watching this video later, leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. But yeah, for right now, I think that's about it. If you guys like this stream, if you guys like that replay, hit that thumbs up button. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions to make the videos or the streams better, or any time slots to make that I should be doing. Anything to make the channel better, guys. I need some feedback in general. If you haven't checked out my TikTok channel, you should go check that out. It's I think it's chart underscore action at TikTok. So check that out. That actually has a pretty cool community, and some of the comments in there are pretty funny. Like I get comments on there. I get some pretty good comment. Like I get like a nice little. I have like 10. I'm getting close to 10,000 followers too. That's the other thing. So, I have like a better. I mean, not a better. I have like a bigger community on there. It seems like. So go check that out, and yeah. Still not sure about the streaming schedule either. Thinking about Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays still. Not sure if I should do AM or PM. USA time, Denver time. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments if you have any opinions on that as well. Let me know if you like the streams or if you like the videos better. If I should concentrate more on the videos. Maybe I should concentrate more on the videos and less on the streams. But yeah. All right. Hopefully you guys have a good weekend. And yeah. See you in the next one. Peace.